over there giving him hell. This is bad here. Real bad.
Here's a situation with me and Hulk Hogan. It's just, we've been acquaintances at best. Never been best friends. Never been friends. Just a business type thing on the television. But
I remember this. This is from way back.
What goes on behind the scenes is stronger than the soap opera on the video scope. And that's what happened.
I think I did a reaction to this years and years ago. Ain't this when Savage made that CD? Yeah. This was probably like early 2000s, I think.
With me and Hulk Hogan.
Rest his soul, the Macho Man Randy Savage spoke on it, and his analysis is quite telling in an interview captured by James M. Thomas years ago. And by the way, it wasn't just them. Mick Foley dished on Hogan.
I remember that too.
Undertaker, Sid Vicious, the Ultimate Warrior, Bret Hitman,
Warrior, of course.
But back to Savage.
And he disrespected me and my family through the media waves, you know? Yeah. Instead of you having a problem with me, you call me to the side, man to man, we talk about it, we agree to disagree, we have a fight, we have an adult beverage, whatever.
Right.
Man to man.
That's how men.
Mano y mano, okay.
That's
not the way he does it.
Yeah.
He's a wuss. You see what I'm saying? He goes on the airwaves and he disrespects me. He gives me a shot over the radio, gives me a shot over the TV, he gives me a shot over the internet, here and there, but nothing face to face.
Yeah.
Nothing face to face. Nothing face to face.
There's more to the story, as Savage would explain. And hey, just a quick break in the action. You should go subscribe to my new show, The
Savage. Savage didn't mess around, boy.
Sports, music, journalists, authors, sports doctors.
Rick
it's going to
Stone.
be fantastic. Please go subscribe. Thank you.
So I challenged him 2 years ago to all the money, all the proceeds, all the pay-per-view revenue, all the merchandising. You know what I'm talking about, Gorgeous George?
Right.
Everything going to the charity, the Children's Hospital. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with the Children's Hospital? What's wrong with supporting the Children's Hospital? He's done well in this business. I've done well in this business. I'm talking about giving back. And then calling him in the ring, and we have the first real fight in professional wrestling. What's wrong with that, Hulk Hogan? What's wrong with that, you coward?
Let's pause here. The reports would read as follows. In December of 2001, Macho Man Randy Savage was in the news. He would challenge Hulk Hogan to a charity boxing match to benefit a children's hospital in Florida, St. Petersburg to be exact. They had a dysfunctional relationship, though at first it was not dysfunctional at all. Randy would evidently never forgive Hulk Hogan for allegedly helping, along with his then wife Linda, to harbor Savage's ex-wife Elizabeth Hollett, or aka Miss Elizabeth, when she left him many years ago. And by the way,
I heard about something about that.
Allegedly set this up, at least spoken with different networks, HBO, Showtime, about doing a pay-per-view, though many felt conspicuous about this actually going down. On another note, many wrestlers did donate money to Macho Man's cause. So there is that. Though Savage, of course, was not alone in his criticism.
Yeah, I heard Savage.
That's really one.
Yeah, I heard Savage. They said he would do charity work or spend time with the kids without no camera and wrestling involved. He'd do that. He said he'd go out of his own pocket. Or he'd go on his own time to visit. He had nothing to do with the company telling him to go out there. So I heard he used to go out there on his own and visit.
Part of the problem that Terry has, he never had room in his heart or mind to believe that people were fans of the other characters other than Hulk Hogan. I know you. And you know I know you. You know that I know the real you. You know that I know that when you think about the wrestling world, In your mind, there was only room for Terry Bollea and nobody else. On the other hand, you have a long-running reputation for being a liar and a fraud and a phony.
Warrior dishes on Hogan as well. And they also had a very complicated relationship where Hogan went on the record saying that Warrior was a one-trick pony. And he only, according to this post, he only could wow the crowds with what he did prior to going into the ring with the ropes. Not awesome, obviously. And then there was a story that
the Warrior had fans now. Don't start that.
And I'm
not talking about him. I'm talking about Hogan.
Potentially copyright infringement. So I'm just going to read what I transcribed from that interview. He would go on to say this is a true story for whatever reason that happened. And I'll leave a link in the description box below for all of you if you want to go check this out. And it's via the Hannibal TV. One reason it all went down the way it did, he says, was Hogan's run was over, and it wasn't that I was any better than him. It's just I was a new face then. Vicious would go on to say, you know what? Actually, I am and was better than him. So when they swerved him like that, they thought they were going to start booing me. In New York, they didn't boo me. That's how it works. So Hogan came back, and I'm not kidding you.
Oh, he's talking about that. I see the stuff on the screen. Sid Vicious Royal Rumble '92. I wish that was the best Rumble. It was. And I'll never forget that. And it was weird and just weird and funny. Not in a good funny. So I was rooting for Sid because Hogan and Flair had the belt how many times already, and then this was something. Flair or Hogan helping Flair throw Sid out. That was something. But when Sid threw him out, which is true, every man for himself, big boy. Ain't no partners in the Rumble now. It's every man for himself. But yeah, this spotlight and this belt business, like the Taker, I don't think Taker sweated the spotlight or the belt. He appreciated that streak. I'm not saying he didn't appreciate the belt. I think he appreciated that streak more than the belt sometimes, because he got the belt. He got the belt, and if he didn't get it, he ain't worried about it.
I'm not trying to be mean to him or anyone. He is putting on his quote like a woman, and he's screaming in the back, going, "Vince, you MFer." Like Vince planned for him to get booed, and so this and that. And I just went into Vince's office. I said, "This is Vicious telling the story. Vince, I can't work at a place where a grown man acts like this." So I had my hand to Vince. I said, "I'm going home. I'm done." I said, because everything you told me has been a lie.
It can't work.
It hasn't come true. And I've lost a lot of money being here, so I'm letting you know I am done. For Wrestling Inc., this occurred in 1992, after the Royal Rumble. Sid would go on to say, that time wasn't any fun. But I think there's a theme here for many people to
Hogan.
As a main takeaway. And it is this. Hulk Hogan wanted professional wrestling to be about him, according to his competitors / co-workers.
Okay.
Who were also big names at the time.
I remember, I think it's right before Hogan left. WrestleMania 9, which again, didn't need the damn belt. Reddit just lost to Yokozuna. And of course, I don't know if that's a story or whatever, but Fuji taunting him to get in there. And of course, Hogan gets in there. Couldn't help it. Next thing you know, Hogan's got the belt again. And we forget all about Brett. And now it's back to Hogan. I was like, how that? He didn't need the belt then. I remember one of the podcasts raised hell about that. Raised hell. It's like some of these folks, when they lose that belt, you think that their girlfriend broke their heart or something. That's how bad they love that belt. They go to sleep with that belt. It's me and a buddy of mine was laughing at that months ago. They said he was on the ground laughing. It's like, they love that damn belt. Or the Spotlight one.
And it seems clear
belt now, business,
that the diehards who pay attention to this stuff and have seen this stuff throughout the years booed Hulk Hogan. Whether it was in person in LA, in their Netflix debut, when Hogan announced that he was partnering with the WWE for real American
I
beer.
don't drink no beer. I ain't worried about no damn beer. Nothing to do with that. I ain't worried about that.
There are some suspicious people who have shown up to those promotions that they have put on throughout the country, and even some comedians named Robbie Rosenstein who you should check out as well on demand. But the diehards know all of this because they keep tabs. They pay attention to this stuff. And to couple that with what Mark Henry said, how after the N-word tape and lawsuit came out, he reached out to Hogan to try and just help him rehabilitate himself. He wanted no part of it, didn't do any of the work.
Heard this couple of different videos I seen. They say it wasn't about the Trump thing, because Taker followed Trump, so it ain't that. They said it was that stuff from the past, and they could care less about some beer. It wasn't the beer. It was about people ain't forgot about this stuff. They said they didn't care if it was 100 years ago.
When it comes to him using a racial slur multiple times, as we learned in the Gawker lawsuit, to him backstabbing Jesse the Body Ventura, who says, "I thought Hogan was."
Oh, Jesse Ventura got hot. I forgot about that. He got hot.
Tried to unionize
he didn't like that,
and Hogan ratted him out to Vince, and much, much more. It shows that there is just a theme here, a constant throughout time since Hulk Hogan has been in professional wrestling, and it is that he is just a bad guy. He's not a heel per se. He's just a bad human being. And he doesn't care about anybody.
He's not talking about wrestling. He's talking about,
if you can and are willing,
the real Hogan.
Please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.
Yeah, but that was something, boy. It's this Hogan business. Because I know there was a rumor years ago that Hogan and Savage fought for real, but they said that was just a rumor. But I know they said that Road Warrior Hawk and Savage got into it, and Hawk or Savage wasn't backing away. That's something. But yeah, this business, this sweating the belt and spotlight business. Okay, taking the belt to sleep with you. How about that? And it's not just Hogan. It's a lot of wrestlers. It's belt business. Like I heard when Hogan and all them came to WCW, I heard Sting wasn't feeling that, and you know, and because we know Sting ain't garbage, you know. When you thought of WCW back then, you think of like Sting, Flair, Luger, Steiners, like that. But yeah, that was their turf. But anyway, yeah, this is that show last week when it got to that part, that was something serious.